They are. So maybe he can make an enemy with her. Maybe he's like, I know you don't like my mama, and I'm here to redeem her. I do love them both. I really do. I just don't get it. Where's she going now? We're trying to have a moment, Maya. Please don't make me mad. Let's see the damage. Here we go. Oh wow, okay. He's not that. Oh, he's actually handsome. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a beautifully sunny and blessed day. I am back with another very Veggie Legacy Challenge episode ready to kick off this Friday / the weekend. I have missed this family. It may not have been like a very long time since you guys have seen this family, but it has been for me because I pre-record a lot of my episodes. So it's been a minute since I've actually been into this household, so I'm really glad to see them again. I don't really have an itinerary going on for this episode, actually. We're just kind of playing around in it, but I do have one main goal for this episode, and this was very much inspired by a friend of the channel, Maddie Lauren, who very kindly gave me some insight / tips regarding Maya, Brock, and Sawyer's relationships towards each other. In terms of Maya and Brock, they both still have a depleted romance bar, and that stems from not having Brock say, I just want to be friends, to Maya. So I think for me to have some closure, it would be best to have Brock and Maya maybe do a very friendly, very platonic lunch date and just have him put all his cards on the table, meaning he's gonna tell her, like, look, I don't want any romance or anything at all. I just want to raise my children and expand my business and grow old making pottery and wood sculptures. That's all I want to do. And that should take care of not just the mechanics of like how the relationship is coded in game, but also it will close a chapter for me because I am very hung up on Team Maya. I think I made a mistake when it came to Sawyer and his relationship, but I've already said my piece on that. So, but in terms of Sawyer and Brock's relationship before they got a divorce, apparently if you have 2 erratic sims paired with a Love Struck expansion pack game mechanics, it can do some damage when it comes to their relationship. It's just a very exhausting thing. So if you guys do have an erratic sim that is looking for love on Cupid's Corner and they happen to find a fellow erratic sim, I would caution you, it is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. Yeah, so we are going to be joining Brock and his son Egbert at the Kylson residence. Kyler very kindly invited Egbert over, and so we're just gonna say that Eglyn is at her mama's house since Sawyer does live in fairly close proximity to the Carlson's residence, so maybe she's over there hanging out with her mom, and Brock and his son are just stopping and visiting with Kyle and his family. So yeah, we'll get right on into that. Also, I do have a little update. I don't know if you even noticed, but I got a new mic. I'm hoping that the audio will be a little bit better and the sound quality will be a little more stable and it's not breaking up or anything like that. So just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, let's get right on into some live gameplay. Okay guys, so we are over at the Kylson's residence. Like I said, Brock is enjoying a slice of cake. Everyone is in their bags as per usual. If y'all know why they be doing this, let me know. Let me know, because I have the stuff turned off already for eco lifestyle, which is what this comes with, and I have no idea why every time Brock tries to do something nice with his friends, they're always wearing bags over their heads. So you let me know if there's some way I can fix this, because I will definitely I'll definitely try to do it. They're eating cake, probably the same cake that's been here since the last couple of times that we have visited them, honestly. Every time we come over, it's always bags on heads and cake. So, yeah. What is he doing? Okay. I don't know why I guess because everyone's crowded in the kitchen. I'm not really sure why he went all the way around just to use. Oh, did you guys see that? I love that. I definitely think that he and his son have the same energy. I mean, look at him with his little bag over his head. Come on. So I realized like when we loaded into this lot that I have not changed Kyler's room since he was a baby. Look at this. This big boy is sleeping in a crib. I can't. Um So I should probably change it, but I mean, I don't know. He does have this cool, it's not actually his, it's his dad's man cave, but I mean, you know what? I'm sure they both share it. Like, come on, let's be for real. But I could probably change that to be his or her. I don't know. I'm going to think about it a little bit longer and we'll come back to it. But I wanted to show you guys something, okay? So if we go to the calendar, currently it is Saturday sim time at almost 10 p.m. They're out right now. Guess what tomorrow is? Oh, it's Sunday. That's not important. Right now, guess what the next day is? Oh, it's Monday. And what is it? Oh, wait, it's Eglyn's birthday. I feel like his kids are constantly having birthdays. And then guess what? No surprise, tomorrow the next day is going to be Egbert's birthday. So both of his children have birthdays coming up. And I know that the answer to this would be just extend the seasons, just make it longer. But I don't want to. And here's why. I think this is how folks get burnt out on challenges is when they turn off aging, when they extend the length of the seasons. It's like your sim doesn't actually progress in time. And so while I don't want it to be short, like the seasons be like the 7 days, and then it's like boom, everything is happening back to back to back. I don't necessarily want it to be overly long to where it feels like nothing is happening. So I just found it odd that I quite literally had a birthday for Eglyn. Well, I say birthday, but like it was a day late, but it still happened. And then I feel like baby Egbert just turned to a child not too long ago. So they really do be growing up fast. They really do. That saying is true. They grow up so fast. Well, you know what? So do sim children. They grow up incredibly fast. And while I am ready to progress Brock along in his aspiration, because I'm going to check in with you guys too. Right now on his aspiration, if we click on the Esteemed Entrepreneur, he is in part 3 of it with only one more milestone to achieve, and then we'll be in the last part. I thought about this for a while, and I don't really want to do the alternative aspiration, which is Lord of the Knits that came with this challenge. I think for Brock, it would make more sense for him to do like the mentor aspiration that also came with businesses and hobbies as he gets ready to enter into his elder years. Because if we go back to the calendar, I'm sorry to keep going back and forth, but he'll be turning into an elder in the winter. So oh my gosh, I think that might even mean that when he's an elder, Egbert is going to still be a teen. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out, but he's very close to accomplishing his aspiration, even though this feels like a very long one. I definitely want to have like a backup, do you know what I mean, for him so that he's not just basically living out his old days doing nothing, right? So While we're here at the Kylesons, before we get ready to like leave, because it is getting kind of late, I'm gonna have him chit chat with Kyle a little bit. Maybe they're having a deep conversation. Like I said, this is taking place right after Eglyn's dinner, like birthday dinner, and also right after their vacation to Sulani. So I would imagine that Brock is probably talking to Kyle about his trip to Sulani, but also the divorce with Sawyer. And he's probably just like saying to him, it's been like a really long couple of, I guess, months, really. What? Hello? What? I can't. I'm I'm just gonna let him do what he's gonna do because technically Egbert is evil, okay? And he's not really made an enemy. I wonder who we could even make an enemy with. Like, I don't even know. He doesn't have any bad relationships with anybody, but maybe we can make a bad enemy out of Alice. I don't know. His mom don't like Alice either. I've noticed. When I looked in Sawyer's relationship panels with some of like Brock's friends, her and Alice are like beefing with each other, and I'm not really sure why, but they are. So maybe he can make an enemy with her. Maybe he's like, I know you don't like my mama, and I'm here to redeem her. I had Egbert mock Alice's sadness. I didn't even know she was sad about anything. Hopefully, what? Not him bowing to her. What is going? What is going on? Let me have him do another mean interaction. Let's do a mischief one. Let's do a prank. Let's scare her. I'm not really sure what she's sad about, and now I kind of feel bad. Okay, she liked that, so we can't have that. We have to have like a mean interaction. Let's mock her outfit. Say, girl, you're too old to be rocking that. Come on. She is, kind of. Not really, but kind of. It's been a minute since I've actually like redone some of them. So let's talk about a post I made about Alice. And then let's see. Let's do another mean. Let's start an argument with her. Let's argue about dirty surroundings. Like, yeah, like Alice, do you realize you've had the same cake here since I was an infant? It's been on your counter for at least, what, 3 months? We made it back to the farmer residence. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Fortunately, it is Sunday, so it's not like they can't sleep in tomorrow and it'll be fine. But they did overstay their welcome, just a smidge. Egbert is asleep, like the little angel that he isn't. And then Eglyn is going to be put to sleep. Wait. She's gonna be put to bed, not put to sleep. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, her dad is helping her, okay? So he's gonna get her settled in. It looks like he's going to autonomously read to her. I love that. He's such a good dad. He really is. He loves his children and they love him. At least I hope they do. I really do. In terms of like her being the founder, or versus, Egbert, I think I am going to stick with Egbert, and she is going to be backup. If something happens to Egbert, then I always have plan B, right? And also, I think for me, the challenge will be within this challenge is to just have the firstborn be the heir, regardless of if I like them. And I think this is going to be a good a good test, because it's not that I don't like Egbert. I do. It's just I would have preferred to have a girl, but that's okay. It's okay. So I think we're just gonna keep with him Right now, everyone is going to head off to bed. And I think in the morning, we will open up the workshop. I know that it's a Sunday, but just to get in a little hours, I did have him make a new collection. This really isn't like a set collection, too. What is that? Oh, we're in summer. Oh, yay, guys, we're in summer. Thank the Lord, because I hate spring. Spring is not my favorite season in The Sims, or really just in real life too. It's not. But in The Sims, it's very rainy, very what? Where is his mustache? Why does this happen? It's like every time, and he didn't even shave. That's crazy. Okay, let's focus. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and have him. Actually, I'm all over the place. Let me have him make breakfast for the kiddos. So we'll go ahead and get something prepared. Let's do honey banana toast. We'll do a family serving of 4. Just so that there is at least 1 extra left over, just in case. We'll go ahead and have Egbert wake up and maybe clean out the refrigerator because it looks like it's stinking. And we'll just let precious Eglyn sleep. Why not? I do think that she is a very sweet baby. I really do. Can we not throw this away? Hello? Can he clean this up for us, maybe? Oh, look at his little PJs. I always forget that he has like these cute void critter pajamas. I love them. They're really cute. Okay, so once Brock finishes up breakfast, like preparing it and everything for the children and getting some himself, I'll then go ahead and open up the store. I had everyone finish up their breakfast. Brock has opened up the workshop. So we are already doing some mentoring work right now with a young customer. Oh, looks like we got a pop-up. This is a businesses and hobby related pop-up too. I've not seen this yet. It says interview opportunity. A local news station reached out to Brock asking for an interview. This is a golden opportunity for him to talk positively about his own small business. It could also be an opportunity for him to point out the flaws of the other small businesses, stay positive, or throw shade at the competitors. Smear other businesses, we would lose some money, but we would gain the schemer alignment. I'll just say stay positive. I think Brock is very much a positive person, so gaining renown will be amazing because I think that will definitely help us in terms of where we're at with our aspiration. So let's check out some of these moodlets really quick. Hold on, I don't want to keep pausing it, but it looks like we got Dreamer Aligned, which this is an interesting moodlet. It looks like it's going to last for the next 2 days, so that's interesting. It says, Brock is feeling inspired by his recent choices. Staying true to himself and his small business is paying off. That's awesome. I'm glad to see that. And it looks like we have a moodlet from oh, look. Eglyn's in here with her daddy. Oh, was she cutting one? Girl, you could go right back outside. I don't know why you're in here, actually. Looks like a lot of people are buying our wares, which is awesome. Oh, and our other child is here too. Okay. Let's also scrap this because I don't think anybody is working on it right now. I want to go over some of the skills that he has increased with you guys because I don't think I've done this in a hot minute. So surprisingly, he's actually not at a level 8 or really even maxed out handiness, which I kind of figured he would have at this point, considering this was one of the skills that we really were working on at the beginning. But he's of course already maxed out photography, which is just a 5-level skill. I don't recommend doing this skill. If you're going to do this challenge, don't do this skill. Here's why. It's not a very lucrative way to earn money unless you're willing to put the simoleons up for a decent camera setup. It's just not worth it. If I had my brothers, I would have changed this to like painting instead of photography, but it is what it is. He already is at a skill level 8 in pottery, which I don't know if mentoring helps with this or not. I assume so. So uh, I don't know. I don't know how he is at a level 8 compared to handiness, but there you have it. Yeah, so I think right now we're gonna talk a little bit to some of our customers, ask them how they're doing, welcome to the business, thank them for coming because that is amazing. They could have gone anywhere, but they decided to come to Timber and Clay Co. They could quite literally have gone into build buy mode themselves and purchased a pottery wheel, but they didn't. They came here, and that's special. All right, guys. So it looks like our end of shift card has popped up. We were opened for 5 hours and we were able to serve 6 customers. So it looks like for ticket sales, we got 186 simoleons, which is amazing. We got 821 simoleons for our retail sales, which is our pottery and sculptures that we made. So that's great. Revenue from the services was 197 simoleons. We got some tips as well, 11 tips. I think I'm reading this right. 198 tips. That's amazing. And the employee wages for Alvin was deducted, and that was 80 simoleons. We net profited 1,247 simoleons and then earned 356 business renown, which is amazing. Love it. It says try lowering the prices of some of our goods and services. And it does seem like the customers are very happy with the activities at the small business, which is great. I guess I could probably change the prices for this. I honestly didn't think they were that expensive though, but I I guess they are. We'll just do the base price at 0%. So for next time, maybe people won't be so upset with I don't know. The prices. I'm gonna go ahead and have him scrap some of the materials that are still left from the customers. And I'm a little nervous. I think we're gonna go ahead and ask out Maya. I don't know where we're gonna go when it comes to like talking to her. I guess we could go to the city. Maybe we should go to San Mai and yeah, maybe go to like the Stargazer. Does that seem a little too romantic? I think that seems a little too romantic. But like, where else would they go? Do you know what I mean? Where else would they go? Y'all, these bags are driving me crazy. This is the only save that I have where I will have my Sims visit each other because I love doing that. It feels realistic to have your Sim go visit their friends, their family. And this is the only save that I have where this is an issue. They always have these bags over their heads and I don't get it. I just don't get it. So we are with Maya. I'm gonna have him get queued up to just give her a friendly little hug. Be like, hey girl, so glad that you could come meet me today. We are still in Copperdale, by the way. We are at the cinema, which funnily enough, Brock and Sawyer did in fact have a date here. One time they had a date here. I'm gonna have them, can they sit together? Yeah, let's go ahead and sit together. They're gonna catch up. Maybe like ask about their kids and stuff. See, how Elizabeth is doing. Elizabeth and Brock do know each other, and Elizabeth is very, very good friends with Egbert. So maybe, hello, Brock, where are you going? Chat with Bess? No, come sit down. Oh my gosh. No, now she's getting up. Y'all, please just sit down. Oh my goodness. By the time Maya comes back, he's gonna get back up again. I just know it. Okay. Let me pause. Okay, get some stuff queued up. Anyway, we're just gonna have them start out the conversation with deep thoughts. I think the deep conversation is going to be discussing their kids. Maybe they're also talking about Egbert in particular, how he's dealing with not having his mom around, which I would imagine for any child would be very, I don't know, I would imagine it would be very, very rough. So we're going to talk about that. Maybe she's asking, like, how's that going out for you? You know what I mean? I think we'll also tell an engaging story in regards to the trip to Silani and maybe recount, like, some of the adventures that they had whilst they were there. But I think they should also end that little small talk, if you will, with saying, let's just be friends. Let's just be friends and keep it cordial. And he's gonna let her know, like, you know what, while we had a small thing, it was just a little date, I'm thinking that I don't want to have any relationships as far as romance goes. I just want to like be there for my children and just also take care of my business. You know what I mean? I'm doing something wrong. I have to be. Okay? It has taken me forever to find us to just be friends. And maybe this could very well be, oh no. I was gonna say this could very well be because they don't have, like, hardly any juice in the tank when it comes to their romance meter. But then, like, you open the profile and she's still regarded as a romantic interest. I can't with them. What I was gonna say is I've literally been looking for the interaction to, like, ask to just be friends. Watch this, guys. So let's do ask to, we'll just leave it at that. So if we go to romance, it's a seductive dance. If we go to relationship, we can ask to have a science baby with her or ask to be woohoo partners. What the heck? Oh gosh. Yeah, I have looked, asked to cloud gaze. All of these interactions feel very not platonic. So I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Other than I could probably just, I think what I'll do is just delete this. Remove the romance bar and have it be maybe he said something to her while they were talking, because I don't get it. I just don't get it. Where's she going now? We're trying to have a moment, Maya. Please don't make me mad. We did gain a new sentiment with Maya, which is closer from happy memories. It's a close sentiment. It says, Brock feels close to Maya from good times and happy memories. So that's good. Still romance interest here, but that could just be because I did have to cheat the romance bar away. So I'm just going to ignore that. I'm sure at some point it will fall off. We'll see what happens. But at this point in time, I mean, you know, I do love them both. I really do. It's currently the early morning at the farmer residence, and it should be Monday at this point, which means that it's Eglyn's birthday. So I think what I've decided to do is Brock hasn't actually been to, I don't think he's gone to Granite Falls. I know at the very least the children have not gone to Granite Falls. So I think they're going to do a little 2-day camping trip to Granite Falls, where they'll celebrate their birthdays, just the three of them. And here's the thing, in my mind, geographically speaking, Granite Falls and Copperdale are very much within the same location. So currently everyone is still asleep right now. I'm going to get them all up and we're going to head out to Granite Falls. We officially made it to Granite Falls. Everyone is settling in at the campsite. Who's that? What does this say? It says, "Hello friends, I'm Abram, your friendly forest ranger. I'm chock full of camping knowledge, so if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask." Will do. Thank you, Abram. Appreciate the help, but I think we could handle it from here. I mean, Brock did live on a park bench for a good majority of his younger years, so I guess we can at least just say hey to the guy since he was nice enough to at least introduce himself, so we'll do that really quick. It looks like, what is he doing? Okay, I think he's gonna hug his sister, which is very sweet. I had Brock start the campfire because I kind of wanted him to tell a group story to his children, so we're gonna have him queued up to do that. I love Granite Falls. I do. It's not for everyone because I do think that there was such missed opportunity with this pack, but this was, I think, one of the first game packs that they released, so maybe one day we can hope that they do a refresh of this pack and kind of give it the chance it deserves, because it really could have a lot of things to go along with it. At least I think so. Yeah, we don't want her to talk to strangers, especially bears, so please come sit down. She is just walking so fast too. She is independent, which we love, but she like just scoots around so well, which I think is so funny. I just feel so nervous about aging Eglyn into a child sim. I kind of feel bad because I feel like I spent more formative time, but then again, I don't think I did. Did I give these two adequate time to develop? I mean, let's take a look at where Eglyn is at in terms of like her skills and stuff, okay? So her okay. This is actually a lot better than when I say I've paid very minimal attention to Eglyn, like I'm not joking. I haven't, I don't know. Anyway, her communication skill is maxed out, which is amazing. I would assume that she should get something in charisma, you think? I don't know. And then her imagination skill, technically if you get a toddler, I think it's between 3 and 5 in their skill level, then it should aid in having them gain increased skills as a child. Or hold on, let me say that again. It should help give them a head start in certain skills when they age into a child. Does that make sense? And then her potting, we've not really worked on. She's got max skill and movement, so maybe that can contribute to fitness. I don't know. Or perhaps is it motor skills? That's for child sims. We'll see. And then her thinking is a 3 as well. So she very much so is she can, be aged up, I guess, now. To go over her traits though, she is independent, she loves wake up time, loves being carried, and she was a light sleeper. So yeah, she See, like, I think I look at all these milestones that we've not really taken care of, with her. And so I feel a little bad. And then I also have to think, well, do I do this for a lot of my other child sims? And the answer to that is a resounding no. And I want to. I want to get better. If y'all have any tips on that, I want to get better at making sure the children get the proper milestones that they need to kind of complete these, because I like doing these. I think it's fun. See, he never even learned how to ride a bike. Egbert doesn't know how to ride a bike, and that sucks. Yeah. So, who's his best friend? Oh, he and his mom are best friends. That's adorable. But yeah, so he'll also be aging up on Tuesday, and like I said, he is an evil sim. He has neutral confidence, and he does have the happy toddler trait. So I can only hope that Eglyn will also get that trait. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. I was gonna have Brock play a round of horseshoes with Egbert, but he got a call saying that he was chosen to speak at a seminar, and so I had him go to that for a little bit. And of course, baby Eglyn was whisked away to go to daycare, so that's what he's doing. He's at a dreamer seminar. I've never seen that pop up before. Hi Brock, I'm calling to let you know that Meredith Roswell has passed away. Okay, thought you might want to know. I don't know her. I mean, I do know who she is, but we don't know her, I don't think. If he does, then he'll probably get a sad buff for it. What are his moodlets like right now? It says, just call me Cupid. Give Brock a bow and arrow. Cupid has competition now. Alright. Around death from losing an acquaintance. Yeah, okay. She was an acquaintance. It says Brock doesn't know what to do in a situation. Yeah, me neither, bro. I wouldn't either. Like, if you know them, but you know them through other people that know them, right? Like, it's kind of like, you don't know how to, I don't know. Anyway. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Oh my gosh, his phone is blown up. Oh, these people are dying. Judith Ward? Not Judith, not the Judith Ward. She's dead. Oh, that's terrible. She's very much so well in another save of mine, so, but she's dead here, so that's not great. I don't know why he's still having this bug where he's not eating his food. And I'm not really sure why. Maybe if I cancel the action. What's wrong? What is your problem? Alright, so we are in Cass right now, about to give Eglyn a makeover. This is how she has generated. But I do love how she spawned in purple and green clothing. I just think that that's so befitting, especially given the fact that she's just, plan B if something goes awry with her brother, and, she's the other option. So I love the fact that it is like purple and green colors, because I don't know, it kind of signifies that she's not quite the next generation, the eggplant generation, but she's also not quite the broccoli generation either. She's somewhere in between. And I like that. So I do think for her general clothing, I'm going to keep it like, or at least her summer wear generated in purple and greens and stuff. But I kind of figured we could go through and maybe give her a little makeover together. My sound cut out, so apparently my mic is not doing what it should, but I gave her the creative trait because since she is an extra, if you will, I really didn't see the need in giving her the evil trait, even though I know that goes with the eggplant generation, only because if I have to use her, then I'm just going to change it to what it should be per the challenge rules. So I feel like for now, her having a trait that she randomly generated with is perfectly fine. I've given her an aspiration which correlates to the creative trait. So I love that. Both her parents are pretty creative people. I think I would say Brock is more creative than Sawyer. But Sawyer currently is in the, I think, the acting career still. I've not done anything with that, and maybe I should dip into her household and have her get some gigs under her belt. But to be frank, I just have like anxiety dealing with Sawyer, and I don't know why. I'm the one that created her. You know what I mean? So why am I the one that's fearful of even doing anything with her? I don't know. She just stresses me out. So anyway, I think that this is a very fitting trait for Eglyn to have, seeing as how both of her parents, in my mind, are fairly creative individuals. I do love that she has the farmer eyebrows. I think we're going to call it that. She does have her mother's eyes, but also so does Egbert. I don't know if you guys remember that, but when he was born, he has his mom's blue eyes, but to me, he kind of resembles Brock a little bit more than little baby Eglyn. Eglyn to me does look like her mother, but yeah, she has her nose. Do y'all see that? I like it though. I am gonna kind of minimize her eyes just a little because they're a little wonky in my mind. We might raise up her mouth just a smidge. I feel like her mom has a fairly wide mouth, but for some reason I can't quite recall if that's true or if I'm making that up, so we'll just keep it as is. I do think she looks very nice. Let's yeah, give her a little bit more of a rounded face. I do think she came out really nice. She did lose her freckles though, so I'm gonna go ahead and put her freckles back on there because she was born with them. So why not have them, right? Let's see. What is this? Okay, it's a skin detail that automatically, I guess, placed itself on her, but I don't even know what it was. Let's give her, let's see. I think she had more of a dappling, yeah, something like this with her freckles. So I think we'll do that. And then I like this blush. It's like just a nice natural blush that I put on just about all my Sims, honestly. So I'm going to add this to her as well. Let's see. I feel like those are too much red. This might be good. This one here. That might be good. And then let's see what else. I don't know. She has the Pyrus skin blend on her, but I kind of want to see, okay, what we're working with. Okay. Let's do something. I can't recall what she had. I don't think that this goes from, it might go like genetically, like grow with the sim. I'll have to look at the description of these skin blends, but I wasn't really feeling that one on her. I kind of like this one actually on her. It feels a little bit more, I don't know, it feels a little more realistic to me for some reason as far as what she would have generated like. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Let's give her a hairdo as well. Alright, so I finished up Eglyn's makeover, y'all. Look at this hairstyle. This is literally the hairstyle that Brock had at the beginning of this challenge. I think it's a paranormal hairstyle, and it's kind of like a shaggy mullet look. I don't know, but I love it because it not only is it the same hairstyle that he had, but it kind of does resemble her mom's hairstyle a little bit, because her mom also rocks like a shaggy fringe sort of look And I love that. I think she looks adorable. But yeah, we've got the green and purple pattern of colors going on. The Barney palette, as they call it. This is her formal wear, her athletic wear, her sleep, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. I know this isn't exactly a green necessarily, it's more of like a teal, but the thought is there. It's like a blue green color with purple like purple accents to it. So yeah, that is her wardrobe. I think she looks so cute. I can't believe this is her all grown up. I can definitely see the resemblance between her and Sawyer, but I can also kind of see the resemblance, obviously the farmer eyebrows. You know what? This makes me wonder how many other like children in this legacy are gonna have his eyebrows, and none of his kids have had his green eyes. I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but Brock has green eyes. So but unfortunately none of his offspring have had that. Let me just make him a little bit happier, because life is not all that bad, Brock. It's getting better. But yeah, that's baby Eglyn. You guys, I can't get over how much she looks like her mother. That is so funny. I was gonna have them all three cloud gaze, but you can't. I don't think you can have them all three cloud gaze. And he also went over here to do that, so I don't know why he did that, because I just selected that he cloud gaze. He don't want to hang out with his dad and baby sister, but she is like the spitting image of her mom, and it is just so funny, like seeing a little baby version of Sawyer. It's just funny. I love it. And she's just so cute. She's so cute. Yeah, I just had to share that moment. What is this? Become friends with Ty. We don't know who this person is. That's a stranger. We're not doing that. Yeah, so tomorrow I guess we'll continue to stay, because it's almost 9 p.m. sim time. I think tomorrow I'll have them do some fishing in Granite Falls, and then I'd kind of like for them to get like another family portrait, since Eglyn is now officially a child sim, because I don't know, I think it'll be cute to have a family portrait of them here, and then Egbert will also be a teen before they head back home. So the children are fishing, and Barack is doing some yoga. I think he's level 6. I think that's what I said. He's level 6 in wellness. So he's not done too much in wellness per se, but he has obviously lost his dad bod that he started with. So he's done a lot of fitness routines versus wellness, but I think wellness also helps with your sim staying fit. Don't quote me on that though. I could be telling you misinformation, but anyway, the kids are having a good time. Brock is, I think, having a good time. Brock is in his element. He's definitely a mountain kind of guy. Like, he's like a camping forest man sort of guy. He loves this type of stuff, and I think he also enjoys taking his kids fishing, even though they can quite literally fish at their home. But there's just something different about fishing in Granite Falls. Look at that. Okay guys, so the moment has arrived. We're about to age up baby Egbert. Here he goes. Oh my gosh. Okay. It says Egbert has earned a bonus trait. See all of his bonus traits in the Simology panel. It says teenagedom, romantic travails, sweaty gym shorts, and hormonal upheavals await. Best buckle those boots. The ride starts here. I wonder what his bonus traits are going to be, because It doesn't have it. I need to also see what what the other trait I need to pick for in terms of, you know, this generation. So I'm going to go ahead and pick is it villainous Valentine? I know that's the aspiration. Okay, so the traits in all for the eggplant generation is evil, bro, and romantic. So I think I'm going to hold off on the romantic thing. I think my thought process for Egbert, seeing as how he's just gone through the divorce with his parents, I think he's probably going through something. And so I think the villainous Valentine aspiration comes into play here. I think he's I think he is just going through something where he wants to be almost like a little player, but I don't think that's how he is at the core. So I think as he develops into an adult is when, or a young adult, is when I'll give him the romantic trait, when he's actually kind of learned a little bit more about love. But for right now, he's a bro. So he's a mischievous bro. I can't, I don't know, I can't really rationalize the evil part. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm probably also gonna read off, well, there's no probably about it. I'm gonna read off to you guys the eggplant. I can't believe he's a teenager. We'll see how he looks. Let's see the damage. Here we go. Oh wow, okay, he's not that, oh, he's actually handsome. Yeah, he looks good, but he didn't keep his eyebrows, which is a shame. I'll have to go in and fix those. I mean, they are thick and bushy, but yeah, he looks really good actually. There's not too much that's gonna need to change. I am gonna change his hair because I do see him being one to like dye his hair, so I'm gonna change that. But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna read the eggplant generation. It's everyone won't shut up about romance all day, every day. You have to listen to weird, suggestive eggplant jokes. Okay. People complaining about their partners, or even worse, them going on and on about their happy little relationships. And see, I think this would be something that would get under his skin because his parents didn't have the best relationship. You're sick of it. Love is dead, and you're going to prove it. You decide your life goal is to ruin as many relationships as possible. Well, at least when you're off of the clock. You can't exactly quit your day job. Relationship saver by day, relationship ruiner by night. And so obviously once he becomes a young adult, he can then become a romance consultant, but at this time we're not there yet. So I'll likely have to read this back over and go over it for my own knowledge once he gets into young adulthood. But as it stands now, we're not doing that, but I think we are going to have him do some gardening. I think it would make sense for him to at least start a garden with his dad and maybe get into nectar making. He has, or he had when he was a child, Sim, just a few minutes ago, actually, the want to start a small business. So if he gets that again, then I think I'm gonna try to honor that and maybe do some sort of small business something with him. So we'll see. All right, so Egbert has been slightly adjusted. I really didn't have to change anything with his nose or even like his mouth structure. I did bring in his jawline just a little bit, and then his eyebrows I changed to be the same eyebrow shape as his dad. His hair is naturally brown like Brock's, but in this situation, I think him being a teen, he dyed it black and purple, which I guess are his favorite colors. I mean, his color, the eggplant generation, is symbolized by purple, so there you go. He very much gives 2010s. This is like from my era, okay? It's from my era. Hopefully someone is gonna know what I'm talking about, but he's giving 2010s almost scene kid, like I don't know, but that's just what he's giving, and I love it. It's like, it's kind of nostalgic for me. So this is his everyday wear, his formal wear, active wear, sleep, party, swim, hot weather. Like this, if this doesn't scream like 2010s scene teen, I don't know what does, because like he's got it. And then his winter, and this is like, I listen to My Chemical Romance. Do you know what I mean? Like Blood on the Dance Floor. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's just, I love it. So yeah, this is Egbert. I think he looks great. I think he looks very much like his dad, but also there's something about him that kind of looks like Sawyer a little bit. I can see it. I think the gauges thing is not going to be something that I carry on throughout the generation just because Brock has gauges. I just like how they look. And they do have purple ones. At least these show up as purple in my game. This could be an effect from Reshade, but I just was like, you know what? Maybe he was like, Dad, I really want to get gauges as soon as I turn, like, what y'all think he is? Like 15, maybe 16. Like, he's like, can I please get them? And Brock was like, I don't know. We'll think about it. And then I guess he was like, yeah, I guess go ahead and get them if you're really sure. And, yeah. I think they look great. I think they look really good. I think once he gets older, I'll probably change the color of them to just be black. And then I may do like a purple eyeglass frames because he wears glasses. So I'll probably change those to purple as he gets into a more professional career and have his gauges be black so that they're not so stark, I guess, like distracting in his professional career. But yeah, that's our lad. He's all grown up. He's a teenager. So I'm going to go ahead and have them head back to Copperdale because their vacation is ending anyway. And yeah, I think we'll sort of leave the rest of the day off with Brock working at the workshop. I wonder if Elizabeth has aged up to a teen. We'll have to see what she'd be looking like. So we made it back to Copperdale, and this is Elizabeth. I don't know why she looks dazed, like she's been dipping in the nectar, but she has. She happened to be here as soon as we loaded onto the lot. Maybe she is wishing Egbert a happy birthday. I don't know. But I did have to give her a bit of just a slight makeover because I wasn't feeling there's something about her that just didn't sit well with me. So I did fix her just a little bit, and then I also gave her better looking outfits because her outfits were a little crazy. But yeah, this is Elizabeth, and I think she looks adorable. I do. I think she looks very cute. If I didn't know that she's leaving now. If I didn't know that she was adopted, you could have fooled me because she looks very much like her parents. Specifically, she looks like her mother. So I'm gonna also discipline. Let's hug it out. This is Brock. He would be like, please don't make a mess, and then hug his kids and be like, I'm so sorry I had to fuss at you. It's like you barely raised your voice. So he's going to handle that. But yeah, I think I would like to try to go ahead and get Egbert started on gardening. Maybe we could order a couple of vegetable packets and hope that there's some, I think they're pronounced aubergines in the game, but now that I'm saying that, I don't even know if he can plant them in the planter boxes, but we'll see. This is an endeavor that I'll have him try to do, and we'll at some point invest in like a nectar nectar making device, machine, whatever. It's 3 p.m. so I feel like now would be a good time to try to at least recoup some money from the vacation trip. Oh, and I've also, let me show you guys, I have updated Egbert's room. It's very edgy. I found a good use for the spooky day arm lamps. There they are. So yeah, I feel like his room, at least the bed stuff, kind of reminds me of like Minecraft or some sort of video game. So I thought he would like that. And then he has a computer, the only computer in this whole house. He has some posters up and some privacy curtains because he is a teen boy now and he doesn't want all that. And then this is Eglyn's bedroom. It kind of still looks the same, but with a bed that will accommodate her since she is now a child, and I cannot believe it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have him work. Look, Alvin is here and ready to work. He's probably like, how was camping? How was the birthday, the kids' birthdays and everything? He might not even know that it was their birthday. Putting the additional pottery wheel in here was so great because now we have more accommodations for customers so that they can fulfill their pottery needs. And this is the next goal, getting a workbench. To be honest, I could do it once I have him work a couple more hours. I think we'll cut off at around 8ish for him. I think I am going to go ahead and get a workbench. I think we could probably manage to put one right here and maybe move this display shelf on this side. Great, our bills are due. But that was very much worth it because now our customers can have 2 pottery wheels going at once. I love that. Actually, I wonder if, what's wrong with him? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the sink. It's not that expensive. And I'm going to have, can he pay? Yeah. I'll have Egbert go ahead and send the bills off for payment. Why not? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and finish up with the mentoring session for this gentleman. I'm gonna clean up this ceramic because Alvin is not doing a very good job with that. Or maybe he just did that. Okay. I was gonna say he's not doing a very good job with keeping up with the, cleaning up. Let me greet some more customers. I just feel like everyone is everywhere all at once. Let's see. Let's do welcome to a business introduction. I'm trying to do this because I don't think I checked in with y'all on this, but look at how close we are to achieving the next tier in our small business. So I'm just gonna try to have him get there because we are quite literally almost there. Alright, so it looks like we got the end of the day work card. We were able to service 10 customers. We were open for 7 hours. Our ticket sales generated 420 simoleons. We didn't have any items up for sale because I hadn't had Brock craft any, so I'll do that. The revenue from our services that we generated was 310 simoleons. We got 72 simoleons in tips. And then with Alvin's wage deductions, we net profited 587 simoleons, which I think is pretty good. I mean, we definitely were able to recoup our, I guess it's like the rental fee for the park and stuff, which is to me a good thing. We were also able to complete milestone, not the introvert notification, and it says here neighborhood gem. Brock's small business is now a neighborhood gem. Yay! Brock has earned 2 business perk points to purchase business perks. His small business will now see an increased base price for entry and hourly fees, as well as allowing more customers to attend. That's great. Let me clear off these notifications really quick. I kind of want to go ahead and use these perks because, like, try not. I feel like this aspiration is very, very hard to like work on. I don't know why. I think I'm gonna do one perk for the going viral. It says influencers have been visiting Brock's small business and generating a huge buzz. While the business is open, Brock will see an increase in customer satisfaction. Investing further in this perk will generate even more buzz. I just think this is a really nice one to have. And then let's see, what's this one? Chug the Woo Taint. All right, Brock can now chug the Woo Taint, a special off-market energy drink which grants him much needed boost, making him highly energized while his needs drain slower for a day. I don't think I want that one. Muscle memory. Brock spends so much time in his small business doing the same tasks over and over, and naturally he has become quite deft. While this perk is active, Brock will have a much easier time gaining skills while the business is open. Oh yeah, investing further in this perk. We're gonna do this one, definitely. I love that one. I feel like we're going through like a neutral path, but that's not really my intention, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think with that being said, I mean, we quite literally got the milestone. We were able to talk to Maya. The children have aged up. To me, this was a fairly successful little session with the farmers in our Very Veggie Legacy Challenge. We are now in part 4 of our... What is she doing? Is she begging for toys? Oh, yeah, talk about toys. She might be saying, please spray that monster under my bed, but she also stinks. She needs to get a shower. But we're already in part 4, which is fantastic. So I can't wait to get this under our belt and start the mentor aspiration. Hopefully we can do that before he ages into a elder sim. We'll see, fingers crossed. But with that being said, this is going to conclude today's episode for the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge. If you guys are doing this legacy challenge as well, let me know your progress. I would love to hear it. I like to see how everyone else is doing, even though I kind of feel like I'm a little behind, but I'm slowly getting there. So yes, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye.